Hi everybody and welcome back to the Toon Review YouTube channel on this very sombre Tuesday after, a very strange weekend, wasn't it, with Newcastle United not being able to beat Bournemouth, and then of course the Queen's funeral yesterday, which was a massive, massive event. But we now move on, and we've got the international break coming up, but that hasn't stopped any news breaking from Newcastle United this morning, which is very interesting. But before we get into that, guys, if you do enjoy the video, as usual, please do stick a like on it. It does help us move up the search results on YouTube, so the videos are a little easier to find. And also, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It is free to do so, and also the notification bell, which will let you know when we upload or we go live. So become part of the Toon Review family. We're almost at 14,500 now and continue to grow, and with your help we'll be able to do that very, very quickly. But on to the video, and the major news that's come out of Newcastle United this morning is that Sven Botman has decided to pull out of the Holland U21 squad. Now the reason given isn't injury. It's actually because he wants to concentrate on Newcastle United and continue settling into his new club. Now, I think this is a fantastic move from Sven Botman. He's been very honest about it. The under-21 coach came out and said that he's not going to be at the training camp because he wants to focus on Newcastle United. Now, I've seen a few people commenting saying, will this damage his future chances with the actual full Holland squad? And in my opinion, not. I think, if anything, the coach of Holland at the minute, Louis van Gaal, will look at it and say, well, he's just moved to a big club. He's moved from France to England into the Premier League. Louis van Gaal has managed in the Premier League, knows all about it, and will probably realise that these young players need a bit of time to settle without any other distractions. And certainly, playing away for Holland's under-21s would be a distraction at the moment when he's trying to establish himself in the Newcastle United side. Of course, he was dropped at the weekend, which we'll come on to. But like I say, he's given the reason that he wants to focus on Newcastle United and push to get his place back for the Fulham away game. Now, Eddie Howe's comments after the game regarding Sven Botman said that he put Dan Burn in because he felt he needed a bit more leadership and experience in the side. But he did say Sven is going to be an outstanding player for us. But Dan just gets the nod at the moment. Now, I don't particularly agree. I don't think Sven Botman should have been left out of the team against Bournemouth. Dan Burn didn't really play very well at all. Well, the centre-backs certainly didn't perform as well as they normally do. It was a really bad off day for Newcastle United. But when you pay that kind of money and you fight as much as you did for Sven Botman, for me, he's come into the side and looked superb. Very accomplished on the ball. Yeah, he's made the odd rick here and there, but he's a kid. He's coming into the Premier League, despite his size and everything. You've got to remember he's still young. But for me, he's done excellently since coming into the side, and I don't see any reason for him being dropped. It was a very puzzling decision for me. But to see him, decide that he doesn't want to be involved in the Holland under-21s because he wants to concentrate on getting his place back in the Newcastle United side, I think that's an excellent move for him, and good luck to him. I hope he's back in the side for the Fulham away game because we are going to be tested there with the likes of Mitrovic, etc. So I want Sven Botman back in the side, and I think a lot of Newcastle United fans do. They've been very impressed with what they've seen from Sven Botman currently this season. It's been fantastic. Now, a little bit of transfer news on Moussa Diaby. Now, it turns out that Newcastle United aren't the only Premier League team that are interested in Moussa. Of course, there was a lot of rumours in the summer that we were going to put a bid in, but the 60 million price tag kind of put a lot of people off. Now, I know we went and paid 60 million for Isak, but obviously that was needed because of the injury to Callum Wilson, I guess. But there's other big clubs involved. Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea and Man City have all declared an interest in Diaby, and he's still rated at £60 million. Now, Diaby hasn't had a great start to the season. Neither have Leverkusen, to be honest. I think he's got 1 assist in something like 6 games. So it hasn't been going well for Moussa Diaby in Leverkusen. But of course, you don't lose your talent just because the team isn't playing very well at early doors this season. And I think the fact that those other clubs are also interested in Diaby is very interesting. And it just proves that what a good player he is and what a good player he could be for Newcastle United in the future. Now, before we go on to the injuries, because I've got a full rundown of the injuries and hopefully the return dates as well, which is really good. I just want to talk about the Newcastle fans, if I may, for just a moment. Now, I did an immediate reaction video on Saturday after the game, and I was quite upfront and passionate as usual. Now, some people don't realise that this is an instant reaction. When passions are still high, you're still very raw about the game. But 99% of certainly the viewers agreed with me and also like that kind of video because it's the immediate reaction. It's not like 24 hours later when the dust has settled. It's immediate reaction to how you felt the game went. What I've found over the months of doing this channel is that, you know, a lot of fans appreciate that because it's raw and it's passion, and that's what I'll always be like. But I'm getting some kind of, you know, the 1% of ridiculous comments that come on the channel, you know, calling me out being an idiot and things like that, and just having a dig at me. Look, the fact of the matter is that it's one game, and that's what I'm commenting on. The one game, not, you know, the whole season or the whole situation under Eddie Howe or anything like that. It is one game, and I'll always do that. You know, I will always say what I feel I see on the pitch. I'm not going to bullshit anybody. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to paint everything with rose-tinted glasses or anything like that. It is going to be raw emotion. And that's what it will always be on this channel, from not just me, but from Billy, Danielle, from Alex, or whoever guest we get on. It's raw emotion. And that's why I think this channel is what it is, because we don't bullshit anybody. We want to be upfront and honest. And whether people like it or not, if you don't like it, don't watch it. It's as simple as that. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. I'm always going to be me. I will always have raw emotion and passion for Newcastle United. I've supported them since 1982, as far as I can remember, being a little kid. You know, so, you know, I've kind of found myself sort of qualified a little bit to talk about Newcastle United, the length of time that I've supported them. But you still get the odd people coming on calling you idiots and things like that just because you have a comment on one game. You know, we were rubbish. Yeah, we had loads of possession, but we didn't break them down. We didn't do anything in that game to cause Bournemouth any trouble. So for me, you know, we didn't play well, and I will say that, but it is one game. It doesn't mean I want Eddie Howe out. It doesn't mean I'm going to sort of kick off about Newcastle United. That's not the case. What the case is, just saying how it is, and we didn't play very well at all. So if anybody doesn't like honesty and passion watching this channel, then simply don't watch, because that's what it's all about. It's about being honest with the Newcastle United fans, giving the best quality that we possibly can. And that includes honesty and saying, look, you know, when we play well, we'll say we play well, and we'll be over the moon when we play well. But when we play badly, we will also call it out. Otherwise, what's the point? What's the point of doing a channel if you're just going to come on, sit in front of the camera every single game and say, yeah, well, you know, we did this well, we did that well, but not have any criticism at all when it's due? You've got to be honest with people, man. So, you know, if we play well, we'll say it. If we don't, we don't. End of story. Now, injuries. This is interesting because Alison Maximan, Eddie Howe did confirm that he had a setback with his hamstring injury. That's why he wasn't available for the game on Saturday. But he is expected to be fully fit for the game against Fulham next week after the international break. He's got a bit longer to go, and that should be enough to see him back in the side, which is great news because, as we saw against Bournemouth, we need that attacking impetus now. We really need to start moving forward and attacking teams with a bit more aggression. Now, as for Callum Wilson, he has done very well. Eddie Howe's very pleased with his recovery. He didn't want to risk him against Bournemouth, but again, he should be fully fit for the away game against Fulham. Now, that is the same as well for Elliot Anderson. He had a very minor niggle, so Eddie didn't want to risk him against Bournemouth. Now, many people didn't realise that. They thought, has he gone to Scotland under 21s early, or has he, you know, just been left out altogether? It turns out he had a niggle, but again, he will be expected to be fully fit for the game at Fulham. So, a lot of excitement really for Newcastle fans to see these three players back in the squad for the Fulham game, because the questions are going to be asked: who will he go with up front? Does he play Isak alongside Wilson and ASM? Because I think that would be an absolutely dynamic three up front. Because it's not happening for Miggy no matter what he does, because he's got no right foot. That's letting him down, and Eddie Howe for some reason won't play him on the other side to try and get some left-footed crosses in. But it is the way it is. He seems to be fixated on these inverted wingers and will always go down that line. But I'd love to see those three up front against Fulham. Bring a bit of excitement back. Now, for Jonjo Shelvey, he's back running, and Eddie Howe has confirmed that he's looking good. He's looking fit. But, of course, this takes time. Once he gets running back on the training ground and starts kicking a ball again, it is a process. But he is expected to return for the Southampton away game on the 5th of November. So completely ruled Jonjo out for October by the looks of things, but he should be back in November, which is good because he can get a couple of games in before the World Cup and then again focus on getting more fitter and fitter over the World Cup time for the start of the second part of the season. Now, as for Darlow and Kraft, there's no injury, there's no return date for those two. They are obviously long-term. Possibly the Darlow could be back just after the World Cup, but Emil Krafth, you're looking at probably something like March next year before he returns. So a long-term time out on the sidelines for Emil Krafth. But there you go, guys. That is the latest news from today. Let me know, what do you think about Sven Botman pulling out? Is it the right move to focus on Newcastle and getting his place back in the side? And of course, with the injuries, what do you think? Are you excited for the Fulham game to see everybody fully fit? Hopefully, because, of course, we've got an international break, so you never know who might come back with knocks and niggles. And what do you think about the fans? Let me know. Are you... does it sometimes put you off speaking out or criticising in any slight way because you jumped on by well, what I can only describe as the sort of brigade of the blindfolded, because they don't see anything else by unicorns and flowers. And for me, you've got to speak how you see it. And that's what we'll always do on this channel. So let me know what you think. But as usual, guys, if you have enjoyed the video, do hit that like button for us. It does help us move up the search results. And of course, if you're new to the channel, you like what you see, you've had a look around, like the shows that we do, please do hit that subscribe button. It is free to do so. We're trying to get up to 14,500. And with your guys' help, we will get there very, very quickly. And do hit the notification bell, which will let you know when we upload or we go live. If you're watching this today on the Tuesday, we've got Fan Forum tonight live at 8:30. That should be a spicy one because you get your chance to come on live with us and have your say on all things Newcastle United. We'll be talking about the Bournemouth game and, of course, the Fulham game in a couple of weeks' time and the injuries, etc. So come and have your say. Or if you don't want to come on camera, join us in the live comments and have your say in there as well. But for now, guys, enjoy your day. Take care.